Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It is that time again to do our daily Major League Baseball predictions. We're going to go over all of our matchups we have coming up for Saturday, August 23rd. There is 14 games in total today. We're going to break them all down and we're going to predict who's going to win and who's going to lose every single matchup. And we'll also take an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. First things first though, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What are your thoughts on these games? What are your predictions for today? Leave it in the comment section. I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. We're going over every single day this entire baseball season. And don't forget, today, college football is officially back. NFL is just around the corner. Once the football season starts, we also go over every football game, every day that there's a game, and we break down predictions and best bets. So if you're a sports fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's not waste any more time. Let's start running through these matchups. The day is going to kick off on MLB Network at 1:05 p.m. We're going to have the 70-59 Boston Red Sox coming off a 1-0 victory yesterday. Not a good loss for the Yankees. The Yankees right now 69-59, but these teams are neck and neck in the AL East. Only one game separates these teams. The Red Sox 70 wins, the Yankees 69 wins. New York a 42% chance to win. The Red Sox, a 58% chance on the road. Boston's 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Yankees at home, they're plus 115. The Red Sox on the road, minus 135. Boston, this is a very complete team. They can hit for power. They can hit for average. They have really good pitching. Right now, they're averaging 5.0 runs per game, hitting 252, 152 home runs, 108 steals, 3.75 runs a game. The Yankees, really good offense still overall, obviously led by Aaron Judge with 40 home runs. They're averaging 5.2 runs a game, hitting 251, 209 home runs. That leads the majors, 100 steals, giving up 4.0 runs per game. On the mound for the Yankees, they have Will Warren. He's a strikeout pitcher. When his strikeout stuff is on, he can line him up and sit him down. But sometimes he does kind of struggle with his control. 7-5 record, a 4.25 ERA, 127 innings, 143 strikeouts. He does have 55 walks, putting a lot of bodies on base. And unfortunately for him, he's going up against Garrett Crochet. This guy has to be top 5 right now for the American League Cy Young. No one's talking about his season. 13-5 record, a 2.43 ERA, 159.1 innings. He's eating up innings, 196 strikeouts. That is elite numbers. Give me the Red Sox to win this one to cover the spread. And I'm going to go with the under here. And this next matchup is honestly a 50-50 game. It could go either way at 4:10 p.m. on MLB Network. This 75-54 Toronto Blue Jays, one of the best offenses in baseball. They can work on their pitching, but they're hitting a lot of home runs. They're scoring a lot of runs right now on the road versus the 60-68 Miami Marlins. Kind of up and down since the All-Star break, but overall playing much better second half of the season. Miami, 43.5% chance to win. Toronto, a 56.5% chance to win. The Blue Jays, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Miami plus 111. Toronto minus 131. The Blue Jays, 4.9 runs per game, 267 batting average. That is high. That is number one in baseball. 151 home runs, 61 steals, 4.22 runs a game. The Marlins, 4.3 runs per game, 251 batting average, 124 home runs, 103 steals. They have a very balanced offense, giving up 4.52 runs a game. Pitching could improve for both teams, but very balanced, very capable offense. Jose Barrios on the mound for Toronto, 9-5 record, a 4.0 ERA, 146.1 innings, 121 strikeouts. Yeah, it's given up 22 home runs, a little susceptible to the long ball. Jansen Junk on the mound for Miami. This guy actually has really good control. 6-2 record, a 4.04 ERA. These teams are practically a lock, practically even for ERAs on the mound today. 82.1 innings, only 9 walks in 82 innings. That is 1 walk per 9 innings per game. And that's really good control, but can he keep the bases clear versus this elite Toronto Blue Jays offense? This is a tough one. Strong cases can be made for either way. Give me the Marlins walking away with the upset win, the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go just ever so slightly with the over. At 6:05 p.m. an NL East versus NL East matchup, the 53-75 Washington Nationals, not the best record, but actually a lot of very close losses, kind of a competitive team on the road versus the 74-54 Philadelphia Phillies, first place in the NL East, holding that lead versus the Mets. Right now, Philadelphia 62.9% chance to win, Washington a 37.1% chance to win. Phillies are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Washington plus 195, Philadelphia minus 235. The Nationals 4.3 runs per game, 244 batting average, 120 home runs, 107 steals, 5.32 runs a game. Pitching bottom 5 overall in baseball. The bullpen's even worse. Phillies 4.8 runs a game, .258 average, 156 home runs, 107 stolen bases. When you look at this Phillies lineup, a lot of veterans here, very experienced lineup, one of the best at contact ratios, one of the best at walk ratios, and they're only giving up 3.77 runs a game. A lot of injuries to the pitching staff, but still one of the deeper rotations in baseball. They have Aaron Nola on the mound, 1-7 record. This guy's been injured this season. He's a really good pitcher when he's on. He has not been on this season, but he will rebound at some point. 6.92 ERA, very uncharacteristic for him. 52 innings, 56 strikeouts. Going up against Mitchell Parker, 7-13 record, 5.83 ERA, 129.2 innings, 84 strikeouts. He's given up 142 hits, 52 walks. Loading the bases here. Phillies are aggressive on the bases. Give me the Phillies getting the win, covering the spread, and I will go with the over in this game. And how about this matchup next? An AL Central versus AL Central matchup. 6:10 p.m. The 66-63 Kansas City Royals holding above 500, playing good baseball right now. Maybe the offense is doing a little bit better, still a bottom 6 overall offense, but a top 3 pitching staff. Playoff caliber pitching. They just need continued run support from the lineup on the road here versus one of the best teams in baseball, the 77-53 Detroit Tigers. First place in the AL Central. The Royals second place in the Central. KC 44.8% chance to win. Detroit a 55.2% chance to win. The Tigers are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. KC plus 110. Detroit minus 130. The Royals are averaging 3.8 runs a game. They got to get that number up. 246 average, 122 home runs. 99 steals, 3.58 runs per game. That's what I want to see. Really good pitching. The Tigers 4.8 runs a game, 249 average, 163 home runs, a lot of power. 57 steals, 3.76 runs a game. They can also pitch themselves. Pretty solid bullpen. On the mound for the Royals, one of the most reliable pitchers in baseball, Michael Wacha. He's been consistent his entire career. 8-9 record, a 3.34 ERA, 142.2 innings, 104 strikeouts, only 12 home runs given up. Going up against Chris Paddock, he doesn't have his best stuff this season. He can improve a lot. 4-11 record, 5.1 ERA, 132.1 innings, 96 strikeouts. He's given up 23 home runs in 22 games. A little susceptible to the home run, but thankfully, KC's not known for their power. I'm going to go with the Royals pulling off the upset. This might be a stretch here, guys, but they are playing better. Royals win, going with that plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. 6:40 p.m., the 37-92 Colorado Rockies, the worst team in baseball, on the road versus the 55-74 Pittsburgh Pirates, one of the worst offenses in baseball. Pittsburgh, 60.3% chance to win. Colorado, 39.7% chance. The Pirates are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Rockies plus 145, Pirates minus 175. Colorado, they're averaging 3.8 runs a game, 241 average. Actually pretty decent power here. 132 home runs, 66 steals, 5.99 runs a game. Let's just round that up to 6. Why not? Either way, it is the worst in baseball. Pittsburgh, 3.5 runs a game. That's bottom 2 in the majors. 232 average, 88 home runs. That's dead last in baseball. 98 steals, 4.02 runs a game. These pitchers just need some life from this offense. On the mound for the Rockies, Kyle Freeland, a 3-12 record, on pace potentially for his 13th loss here. 5.16 ERA, 120.1 innings, 85 strikeouts. He's given up 149 hits, 31 walks, 16 home runs. Going up against Mike Burrows, 1-4 record, a 4.46 ERA, 72.2 innings, 73 strikeouts. I'm going to be a little honest here. I can definitely see the Pirates potentially losing this game here. This is a very even pitching matchup. The Rockies technically have the better offense. But give me Pittsburgh walking away with the win, winning this game, but winning it by 1. I'll go with the plus 1.5, and I will go with the over. And it's 7:05 p.m., the 71-58 Houston Astros veteran experience lineup here on the road versus the 59-69 Baltimore Orioles. Right now, Baltimore, 57.9% chance to win. Houston, a 42.1% chance to win. The Orioles, surprisingly enough, they are going to be the Vegas favorite here. They are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Baltimore minus 130, Houston plus 110. The Astros with all the vets, 4.2 runs a game. 253 batting average, 137 home runs, 62 steals, and 3.89 runs a game. The pitching's kind of let them down the last couple weeks. Usually they have elite pitching. It's not bad right now, just not as good as it was the first 3 to 4 months. The Orioles, 4.3 runs a game, a lot of offense on the team, 240 average, 151 home runs, 85 steals, and 4.65 runs a game. Baltimore turning to Dean Creamer, 9-9 record, 3.97 ERA, 147.1 innings, 123 strikeouts. Overall, pretty good numbers. Going up against Christian Javier, 101 record, 3.38 ERA. That's a really good ERA, but it's an extremely small sample size, only 8 innings, 7 strikeouts. I have to go with the more proven pitcher, and he's at home. Give me Baltimore pulling off the win, covering the spread, and I'll go with the over this game. 7:05 p.m. The 64-63 Cleveland Guardians actually playing really good baseball since the All-Star break. The offense finally woke up. Finally, at some point, they finally started scoring some runs. Pitching's been pretty good this season on the road versus the 64-66 Texas Rangers. Their offense playing a lot better than it did the first 3 months. They need to continue that, get some momentum there. They do have the number one pitching, not in the American League, in all of the majors. Texas, 56.2% chance to win this game. Cleveland, a 43.8% chance to win. The Rangers are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Guardians plus 110. The Rangers minus 130. Cleveland, 4.0 runs a game, 227 batting average. That average isn't going to cut it. They got to get it higher. They have 132 home runs, 101 steals, and have 3.87 runs a game. The Rangers, 4.1 runs per game, very even on offense, 233 average, 135 home runs, 109 steals, and 3.48 runs a game. This pitching can carry them to the playoffs. There's no doubt about that. Just keep the offense hot. On the mound for the Guardians, Logan Allen going 7-9 record, 3.87 ERA, 123.1 innings, 98 strikeouts. Going up against Jack Leiter. Jack Leiter been kind of up and down the season, battled some injuries, pitching good the last couple weeks. 7-7 record, 4.06 ERA, 108.2 innings, 101 strikeouts, but 57 walks. That's more than one walk every other inning. Give me Cleveland walking away with the win, the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the under. This next game is so difficult to call. One of the best pitching matchups of the entire weekend at 7:10 p.m. The 61-68 San Francisco Giants. They really got to get things back on track. They cannot afford a loss here versus the 81-48 Milwaukee Brewers. Not the team you want to be playing right now. They are the best team currently in all of baseball. The only team with over 80 wins playing it. They are good at every single statistical category. You can find no weaknesses with this squad. Milwaukee is currently first place in the NL Central, a 65.8% chance to win this game. The Giants, a 34.2% chance. The Brewers, obviously, 1.5 run favorites. Hard to put them as an underdog here. The over-under is 7.5. San Francisco, plus 115. Milwaukee, minus 135. The Giants, not known for their offense, known for their pitching. They're averaging 4.0 runs a game. 231 average, 123 home runs, 56 steals, and 3.75 runs per game. The Brewers, 5.1 runs per game. Like I said, they are good at every single category. 258 batting average, 136 home runs, 138 steals. That's number 2 in the majors. 3.56 rate. That's top 3 in baseball. They have the starting rotation. They have an elite bullpen. They have an elite offense. They are good at everything. Logan Webb going for the Giants. 11-9 record, a 3.19 ERA. He's one of those pitchers. He can pitch good this game. He could give the Brewers a loss here. 160.2 innings. This guy eats up innings, conserves the bullpen. Giants have a pretty good bullpen. 175 strikeouts. Going up against Freddie Peralta, one of those foundational pieces for the Brewers. Whenever they need a win, and this guy always shows up. Back-to-back 200 strikeout seasons. 15-5 record. 2.78 ERA. 142.2 innings. 154 strikeouts. Only 104 hits given up in 142 innings. You gotta love that. They are at home. Give me Milwaukee winning this one, covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the under. Low scoring, really good pitching matchup. 7:10 p.m. The 59-69 Minnesota Twins on the road versus the 45-83 Chicago White Sox. White Sox, this is your opportunity to steal a win. You always have to keep your eye on the White Sox. One of the worst teams in baseball, actually second worst team in baseball, but they are competitive. Much improved over where they were last season. Chicago, 51.7% chance to win. Minnesota, a 48.3% chance. But the Twins are the Vegas favorites. 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Minnesota, minus 118. Chicago, plus 100. But I honestly think this game is practically a 50-50 pick'em. The Twins, 4.1 runs per game, 237 average, 146 home runs, 63 steals, and 4.25 runs a game. The White Sox, 3.9 runs per game. 231 average, 125 home runs, 74 steals, and 4.18 runs a game. These pitching staffs, they're going to keep this game close. It's going to be a competitive matchup. Looking at the Twins, we do not have a starter announced as me making this video. I say it every video. I hate when I have no starter here, but I have to call a prediction on the game. We don't know who's starting the game. Could be the bullpen. I don't trust Minnesota's bullpen. Could be long relievers. There's a lot of unknown variables here. We're kind of going into the game blind. For the White Sox, Davis Martin on the mound. One of their better pitchers, 4.9 record, a 3.94 ERA, a sub-4 ERA. He only has 4 wins. Give this guy some runs. 107.1 innings, 74 strikeouts. I'm going to go out there. I don't do it often. Give me the White Sox to get the win, the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. Very close. And how about this NL East versus NL East matchups? A fun rivalry in baseball. 7:15 p.m. The 68 and 60 New York Mets. They scored some runs yesterday. They gave up some runs yesterday. Either way, they win it. The Mets, not consistent. The least consistent team in baseball, but still, they are 8 games above 500. And they have a shot at the wild card. They still have a shot at the NL East, but they got to get hot. They got to get hot quick. Can the real Mets please stand up? Can they get consistent versus the 58 and 70 Atlanta Braves in a very similar situation? On paper, this team looks great. On the field, they look abysmal. The talent's there. It's just, can the Braves show up and play complete baseball? The Braves here, a 43.5% chance to win. The Mets, a 56.5%. Can they keep that Mets offense rolling? 1.5 run favorites for the Mets. 9.5 over-under. New York, -130. Atlanta, +110. The Mets scored 12 runs yesterday, so that means they're probably due to get shut out today. It's just the way it always works for them. They're averaging 4.5 runs a game. 244 average, 167 home runs, 100 steals, and 3.81 runs a game. The bullpen has to get things back on track. The Braves, 4.4 runs per game. 245 average, 143 home runs, 64 steals, and 4.3 runs per game. That number's slowly ticking up. The Braves returning to Cal Quantrill on the mound, 4-10 record. 5.5 ERA, 109.2 innings, 82 strikeouts. Going up against Clay Holmes, the reliever turned starter, has actually been one of the most reliable pitchers for the Mets this season. A really good pickup. 10-6 record, 3.64 ERA, 131 innings, 105 strikeouts. Big question here. He's pitched more innings than he's ever pitched in his life. Can his arm continue to hold up? Give me the Mets winning this one, covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the under. 8:10 p.m., the 67 and 61 Cincinnati Reds. The Reds, very reliable. You usually get the same performance game in and game out. They score the same amount of runs. They pitch the same. Very consistent team on the road versus the 62 and 66 Diamondbacks. They lost some of their best pieces, but this team can still score some runs. The Diamondbacks, a 50.6% chance to win. The Reds, a 49.4%. Cincinnati, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Arizona, +110. Cincinnati, -130. The Reds are averaging 4.5 runs per game. 248 batting average, 127 home runs, 87 steals, 3.79 runs a game. All those numbers, very respectable. Arizona, good offense, 4.9 runs per game, 251 average, 178 home runs. That's top 5 in baseball. 92 steals, 4.55 runs a game. They are pitching a lot better than they were previously this season, but they still got to work on that pitching. They have Chris Matt on the mound for the Diamondbacks. 0-0 record, 1.8 ERA. Very, very small sample size. Only 5 innings so far this season. 5 strikeouts. Andrew Abbott. No one's talking about Abbott. You got to put this guy in the NL Cy Young conversation. A great season so far. No one's mentioning his name. It's time to put some respect on this guy's name. 8-3 record, 2.28 ERA, 130 innings, 112 strikeouts. Really, really good season. One of those foundational guys. The ace of the Reds starting rotation. Give me Cincinnati winning this one, covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. Fox Sports 1, a very, very fun rivalry. The number 1 versus the number 2 team in the NOS at 8:40 p.m. If you are up this late, make sure to watch this game. The 73 and 55 Los Angeles Dodgers on the road versus the 72 and 56 Diego Padres. Only one game separates these two teams. It lets you know whoever wins this series is going to find themselves first place in the NLS when all is said and done. The Dodgers, a 61.5% chance to win. The Padres, a 38.5%. LA, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. San Diego, +120. The Dodgers, -145. The Dodgers, really good offense right now. A lot of talent on this team. The best overall roster in baseball when they're fully healthy. That's been a little bit of a problem this season. They haven't been healthy yet, but still they're finding ways to win. Dodgers, 5.2 runs per game, 255 batting average, 190 home runs, number 2 in baseball. 77 steals, 4.16 runs a game. A lot of injuries to the pitching, but they're still in it, still first place. San Diego, 4.2 runs per game, 252 batting average. Tatis Jr., Machado, a lot of weapons there, 110 home runs, 86 steals, 3.54 runs a game. This team can pitch. They have a really good starting rotation. They have the number 1 bullpen in baseball. They can pitch their way to the playoffs. On the mound for Los Angeles, Tyler Glass now, young guy. When this guy's on, he is unhittable. 1-1 record, 3.12 ERA. Had some injuries this season, 57.2 innings, 72 strikeouts. He's given up 9 home runs in 57 innings. That's a lot, but overall, keeping the runs down, can't complain about that. Nestor Cortez, he just never really got it back. 1-2 record, 5.87 ERA, 23 innings, 22 strikeouts. He's given up 9 home runs in 23 innings. That is awful here. That's a home run every 2.5 innings. That's not going to cut it versus the number 2 home run hitting team in baseball. Shohei versus Nestor Cortez. I don't like that matchup. Give me the Dodgers winning this one, covering the spread. I'll go with the over. And at 9:38 p.m., the 73 and 55 Chicago Cubs, second place in the NL Central. This team's destined for the playoffs. a lot of power, a lot of speed, but the 61 and 66 Los Angeles Angels, they don't have the speed, but they can match them power-wise. Still top 5 home run hitting team. The Angels a 43.2% chance to win. The Cubs a 56.8%. The Cubs are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over-under. Chicago's coming into this game minus 146. Los Angeles plus 124. Interesting game here on the other side of the country, the Central all the way to the West. The Cubs 4.9 runs per game. 249 batting average, 173 home runs, is top 7, 133 steals, that's top 3, and giving up 3.8 runs a game. If they were not in the same division as the Brewers, they would be first place in their division. The Angels 4.4 runs per game, 233 average, 179 home runs, top 5, 61 steals, and 4.67 runs a game. On the mound for Chicago, Cade Horton, 7-4 record, 3.08 ERA, 87.2 innings, 70 strikeouts. Going to go up against Victor Maderos, 0-1 record, 5.54 ERA, but we haven't seen that much of him this season. 13 innings, 10 strikeouts. He's given up 10 walks in 13 innings. That's really bad control here. Walking too many guys, it means he's going to throw a lot of pitches. You might get into that bullpen early. The Angels bullpen, it's not deep. Give me Chicago winning this one, covering the spread. I'll go with the over. And we made it to our final game at 9:40 p.m. The 59 and 70 Athletics. The team does not pitch well. They do hit home runs. Whenever you can hit home runs, you always have a shot. On the road versus the 68 and 60 Seattle Mariners, 8 games above 500 on the heels of the Astros. They got to close the series out very strongly. The Mariners, 61.2% chance to win. The Athletics, a 38.8% chance to win. Seattle's 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. The Athletics plus 154. The Mariners minus 184. Heavy favorites here, but I honestly think this game's a lot closer than the Vegas odds are saying. The Athletics, 4.5 runs per game, 254 average, 178 home runs. That's a lot of home runs. 66 steals, got 4.82 runs a game, but the Mariners can match anyone when it comes to offensive numbers. 4.5 runs per game, 243 average, 180 home runs. It's top 3 in baseball. 130 steals, that's top 5. You know, 3.99 runs a game. And this pitching match is actually really close here. The only edge is the Mariners have the better bullpen, but the starters are practically even. Jeffrey Springs, the ace can't pitch. Springs can pitch. 10-8 record, 4.24 ERA, 140 innings, 114 strikeouts. He has given up 24 home runs. I don't like that number. George Kirby for the Mariners, 8-6 record, 4.22 ERA, strikeout pitcher, 89.2 innings, 94 strikeouts. This is going to be a close game. I'm going to ultimately go with the Mariners getting the win here. I'm going to go with them winning it by 1. So I'm going with the plus 1.5. I'm going with the over. Keep your eye on this game. To me, there's a potential upset alert here. Guys, that's our breakdown, our picks, our predictions for every single baseball game we have coming up for Saturday, August 23rd. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What are your thoughts on these games? What are your favorite predictions today? Drop it in the comment section. I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. And, of course, as always, thank you for